Hello, welcome to Country Stitchers. I'm Liz.
Hi, I'm Deb.
We are here to share our needlework and a little bit of our journey in the last couple weeks.
Yes.
And thank you for joining us.
Yes, hello to all of our subscribers, new and old, those of you that have been with us for a long time, and hello to all the new ones.
And our new viewers.
Yes.
And if you are not a subscriber, we'd encourage you to be. We like to give things away that are related to needlework, and you might enjoy some of them.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we appreciate the subscriptions, and thank you to those of you. We had quite a few new subscribers since our last video, so thank you very much.
Nice
that
to
was
see.
fun.
Yes.
And we've had 3 straight days of rain.
Yep.
Some of it was well received, and then after about the second day, I could do without it now. The dog's feet are wet.
Well, that's annoying.
Yeah. And the dog's wet. And then I'm wet.
Oh, well. So, yes, we are knee-deep in fall, and Liz and I are so excited because we're getting ready soon to go away.
We are. We're getting out of Dodge.
We are.
Going east. I almost said west. We'd still
Really?
hit
Where are we
water
going?
either way if we go far enough.
I'll just get in the car. You just tell me where.
But it's going to be fun. We're getting a chance to get away with some friends, which we haven't done in a while. In fact, I was thinking about it last night. We haven't seen them since before COVID. It was right before the girls came.
It was?
It
Before?
was.
Oh, I thought we saw them
Our
after.
last trip was October before the girls arrived.
Okay. All right. Well, then I had that wrong. So I thought we saw them after COVID.
Was I there? I don't remember going, but I could have.
I could have dreamt it. I don't know.
Anyway, we are anxious to go.
Yes, we are. And so we are also excited about checking out Salty Yarn's new store because we have not been there yet. We've been kind of just waiting so we can go together.
Yes.
We've
both been to that area, but we have
so we're excited.
been good.
And just real quick, because I've had a lot of interest lately on Instagram and some messages about this piece right behind Liz and I. There you go. Thank you, Vanna.
Yes, you're welcome.
I showed the finish of that many videos ago. It is a Prairie Schooler stitch. It's called Christmas Trees, and there's all different Christmas trees you can stitch. And I used different fabrics, and I went ahead and found this piece to put it in and make like a little winter scene at Hobby Lobby. Well, long story long, I will be taking that to Salty Yarns so that they can put it up for display in the store. So if you would like to see it up close and mimic that, stop by Salty Yarns. Sarah will have the pattern, and you can check out our video, and I explain where I got everything and how I put it together. So that'll be there. We'll be taking it with us when we go in October.
Which is
Soon.
just a couple weeks
I
away.
know, exciting. Yes.
It's actually less than a couple now.
I know.
excited.
I know.
We also have been busy getting busier. So we joined a local chapter of the EGA, which we mentioned to you, Molly Pictures, and we got our first Guild magazine from the EGA. I did glance through it. These are just fun to look through. There are a lot of projects that are surface embroidery, stump work, things like that Deb and I don't do much of. We've done some in classes.
Yeah.
But it's phenomenal.
It might not be your go-to, but it's great to learn about. And you might want to throw a little bit of that work into something else too. So that's fun.
Yep.
We unfortunately missed the meeting, the Molly Pictures meeting, but hopefully we'll get there soon to see everybody. We're excited to meet everyone in person. All right. Any comments, questions, concerns?
Let's see. Other than our general nonsense, we've been busy with, I have been busy with Leroy. I've been taking him to class and been working with him, and he's doing well. You were going to get to see him today. We were going to video at my house, but we changed that up because we had other people at home, and it just would not going to work out well. So eventually you'll see Leroy again.
Yes.
But he's doing very well, and thank you for the support and all the kind words about him. He's a sweetie pie.
He is. Yes,
and there are striking differences between the two, not the least of which is one was a black lab and one was a white lab, but Ivan was a talker. constantly.
Oh, he barked a lot.
I had no idea what it would be like to have a dog that didn't. It's amazing. It's been so long since we had Adam. Adam wasn't a barker.
No.
And he was huge. He's a third again the size of Leroy, if that gives you I forgot how big Adam was till we compared him to Leroy. But anyway, it was just funny because I was thinking the other day, my gosh, I mean, people leave packages at the door, knock.
And he doesn't bark.
He goes, and lays his head back down.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, I love it.
I know. It's nice.
It is.
Oh, and thank you for all the comments. We did a Floss Friends was our last video.
Yes.
And we love reading through your comments because we get to know what you're stitching on. That was fun. And we were talking about how Logan had a blankie when he was younger and Kevin had a stuffed animal. So that was really cute to hear other people, like what your kids had growing up, what was their like little comfort thing. So thank you. That is really fun.
My mind always goes back to the movie Mr. Mom.
That's what you said in the video.
The whoopies.
Yeah. Yep.
That's fun.
Very cool. All right.
What you been working on?
Oh, okay. A little bit here and a little bit there. You know me, all my projects are long term. That's just me. That's how I roll. So this was a mystery stitch. It's no longer a mystery. It's called Evergreen, and it is from Fat Quarter Shop. I have an awful picture because all I did was print it off the. It was a PDF. So it's just this cute Christmas tree with some packages below. You can see the photo with the colors if you pull up their website. And I chose my own fabric and colors, and this is what I have so far. So I'm starting to, the tree is pretty much finished. I just got to fill in the bows and the other ornaments, and now I'm starting to work on the packages below.
Got to get them wrapped.
Got to get those packages wrapped. Yes, yes, yes. That's the work. All right, Liz.
Want to trade off?
No, I want to know what I'm stitching this on.
Oh,
that's... Cocoa, 40 count, fiber on a whim. Look at that. I wrote it down. Isn't that sweet? Nice.
Preloaded.
All right. I also, this is another Fat Quarter Shop piece, and I've been working on this for a while. This is called Kaleidoscope. It is by Lori Holt. This is a really nice book because you can either do the quilt or the cross stitch or both. I chose Aura Floss for this stitch, and this is fun to do like out at the pool. I had a lot of fun sitting out there stitching it, and I want to say a huge hello to Mel. If you don't watch Mel, she is on YouTube. Her YouTube name is Patchy Pony Stitcher, or she says Patchy Pony Stitcher. I love how she says that. It's so cute. She's a sweetheart, and she is definitely someone who loves to watch our videos, and we just thank you, Mel. You are so sweet, and your support means a lot to us. Thank you.
She's been part of our channel since we started.
I know. She's so sweet. But she saw this when I held it up, and she had to stop the video, go order the supplies, and she got hold of me and wanted to know my colors. So hopefully her colors are on their way, or she might have gotten them already. Hopefully she is going to be able to get into this, and I am almost finished. All I have to do is finish this corner up here, and then that block will be finished. But I have a lot of fabric here because what I wanted to do was do 4 together but in different colors. So I think that is still my goal, but you never know. Stuff changes.
Yes, it does. That's one thing we are certain of. Change. Absolutely.
That's right.
Speaking of,
yes,
I change my mind on this piece all the time. So
hold on, because when you were working on this in our
Floss Friends,
thank you. All I could think of was stitch along, and that was not right. You had a few comments where people wanted to hear your beautiful thread choice again.
Ah, okay. All right.
So for those that missed that name of that,
I'll tell you on the next video. Just kidding. Stay tuned. So this by Twisted Oak Design. There's 2 of these. This is the first one.
I'll be like, na, 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 na.
And I think I got them at the same time. I got them at Needler's Nest when I was out there. They were having that huge sale, and I was going nuts. And this one is being done by Hand-Dyed Fibers Silk, Caribbean Reef. And in a minute, you're going to see something else that might remind you a little of this. Deb and I were playing with it, and we'll show you. It's a color selection of something else I'm doing. But it's a really pretty thread when it's all stretched out like that. And I have not been intentional about the thread, with the exception of these 2 diagonal bands. I made sure that I cut the length long enough that I could get enough strands the same color, and I stitched one after another from tail to tip, if that makes sense. So I ran both those sides that way because I wanted them to sort of be parallel and repeat the color pattern on these 2 diagonals.
Okay.
But the rest of them, I let them come and fall as they may.
It's so pretty.
In the color. Now, this could be framed as a sampler, or it can be folded and done as the chicken, which our friend Sandy did do. She did a darker fabric with darker threads too, and hers was really pretty. We showed it in another video. So that's the non-holiday version, and this is the holiday version. And this one, Deb and I were talking the other day, I do still think I'm going to put this in a frame as a sampler. I really like that displayed that way. Want me to get it? Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I think that'll be pretty. So I'm starting it. This time I was smart enough to mark the top of my pattern before I started.
That always helps.
I'm starting up here, and I'm just going to work my way down this way. And then I can either hang it this way, hang it this way. We can hang it any way I want to. Just hang it. So anyway, this is done on vintage green. It's antique green. That's all it is. And it's Zweigart's fabric. And I used the Dinky Dye silks that came with it. I've seen it done with some deeper, like cranberry, which is pretty too. But I just decided I wanted to do it with this. And I have a knot in my, I got a knot in my floss.
Oh no.
So anyway, those are the silks that I have on there. Little floss sticks.
Yeah.
Christmassy.
Very cute.
So.
Real quick, I did not let you know this fabric is from Fiber on a Whim. It's 36 count cream and sugar. And then, just in case you aren't familiar with the Aura thread, the Aura floss, this is Aura floss. You can get it from Fat Quarter Shop, and you can get many, many, many different colors. I do like working with this. So that's why I have some different colors in here, because I think I'm going to use some of those other colors to make more squares. All right. Anything else?
Sure. You got something else?
All right. I do.
All right. I'll just show this one quick, and I'll let you go next. So I've been still working on my little...
Oh, don't lose your thread.
Yeah. Cannot find my Lady Dot barn door chenille anywhere right now at home.
She'll find it as soon as the other one
comes in the mail. Yep.
Yep.
Actually, it'll be the night before probably.
Oh, probably.
Or the day after. But it will happen. I always find what I lose. I just don't do it in a timely manner. So I have reached the end of the can. Will be here at this corner. So that's the farthest stitch on that band. So I don't have much to go. Yep. Okay. And then when that's done, there's a little piece that's the fob, and it's just a small stitch. And then there's the half circle piece that goes on the top of the can that fits. Where's my little, here it is. Okay, so this little fob still needs to be stitched, and then the half of the top. So there's not a lot of stitching in either of those, so that should go pretty quickly.
Oh, this is super cute.
It is. And the fun part is it's just dungarees and mustard seed. Those are the only 2 colors.
And those colors are so pretty together.
They are. And the funny part of that is my favorite color when I was little, and still is, blue.
Yeah.
And my twin sister's yellow.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know why it never occurred to me till today that we're doing it in my twin sister, my favorite colors. But I don't think Manny Didonna knew that when she did the design.
I'm sure she did. All right. I did a little bit of work on A Savior's Praise. This is by Shakespeare's Peddler. This is the pattern. And I am stitching this on 40 count, mostly over 1, unless it's, what?
Mostly. unless the mood hits you to change it to something else.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Unless there's a specialty stitch where I have to change it up. And it is on sheep straw, and that's by R&R. So, this is what I have. This, I love this because it shows you exactly how wide it's going to be. And hopefully it's going to fit almost perfectly into like an 8x10 frame. So this is it, edge to edge. That's what I have so far.
It's really coming along.
Thank you. It's so funny because I did this whole corner up here. It doesn't look like that would take very long, right? But that is a lot of stitching. Because it's all over 1, and I did this whole area there. And then I'm done, and I'm looking at it and thinking,
yeah,
that took that long.
Well, I was working on something the other day, and I kept working. I'm thinking, why does this not seem like it's going fast? And I counted it. I had over 300 stitches in it, but it was a lot of counting.
Yes.
And some pieces are like that. You just have a lot more open work in them, and it takes longer.
Yes. I like that fabric a lot.
That's when I default to the ones where you don't have to do that.
That fabric is nice to stitch on. Over 1. Some fabric is not as over 1 friendly. Then I did a little bit more work on Isabella Sinclair 1827, a Scottish sampler. Here's the very well loved picture. This is done in silks, but we did choose some of our own colors, and this is on 40 count summer khaki, and that's Newcastle linen. And excuse my working thread, but it's staying. So this is what I have so far.
Did it offend you?
Yes. I am almost finished with that entire bottom section, and then once I get this black line stitched in, then it's like all those fun alphabet, the letters up there, but like with all that scrolly part to it. Oh, so pretty. So I cannot see that without remembering all of those beautiful samplers that are in Betty Amstad's
I know.
house. I mean, goodness.
Especially the Scottish ones. They were so pretty.
Yeah. So that was all of my works.
All right.
That was it.
I played a little more with my dog pile. This is fun. I pick it up every now and then because it's on an easy linen. I think it's 28 count, and you might recognize it.
I was just gonna say, is that this?
It's the same vintage green.
Oh wow!
As is on my Christmas rooster. So my Coco Vin Christmas. So this is by Ink Circles. It's called Dog Pile, and the 3 dogs in the middle there are the ones that I have a good go on. I have 4 puppies left at the bottom and 4 puppies left at the top.
Wow.
I didn't realize that I had started right in the center of it.
Can I see the picture?
Yep.
Look at the Newfoundland at the bottom.
I know.
Oh my gosh. And like, that looks like a Chihuahua.
It's hard to tell some of them, but like...
Oh, Scotty.
Yep.
Lab.
This little guy here, I don't know, could be one of those Chinese, you know, the dogs with the funny ears that all the hair stands up straight and the ears cropped.
Oh, really?
And they've got long whiskers. It's a Chinese dog. I can't remember the name of it.
Wow.
Anyway, that's what he reminds me of, the shape of him, but who knows?
Very cool. Cute.
I thought it was fun just even to put the Quaker.
Oh, I was just thinking in my
into
head,
the dogs.
what an interesting thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Tracy does all kinds of fun stuff like that with her patterns. I like them.
Look at that.
Yes, I know. Here, this is what she's looking at. It's on the back of the pattern.
That's funny.
It is. She's got cute little dogs. There's other dogs on here too.
Oh, very cool.
And then, we were working on something, Deb and I both. She didn't mention hers, but we each did another little Jeanette Douglas pincushion. And
I was feeling crabby as well.
and we wanted to try a finish that Deb found, so she got us the stands.
Here, dear.
Thank you, ma'am.
Let me help you.
Thank you. Finger's not working.
Let me put you out of your misery.
Or out of yours.
Yeah.
So I wanted to use this as an example. We have a variety of viewers. Some are new stitchers, some are not. So this was interesting to me, and I just wanted to share it. This is my second round of crabs.
Very cute.
Came out cute.
Love it.
So they're done. Now, we chose to do the stars. Well, this all in the same color is what Deb had suggested. I don't know if you did yours this way or not this time. You changed them? Yeah. So, thanks, Deb. And she never tells me these things. I'm just the last one to know. Anyway.
I like the stars.
Yeah.
I do. In fact, I wish I would have did the stars.
Supposed to be starfish. What'd you do? Okay.
Do you want me to show you?
Yeah. Is it down here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hold, please.
Yes. She'll be back. I'll keep going.
Yep, you keep
so
going.
The reason I brought this up was this is the same fabric that Deb got us to stitch our Christmas pattern called, give me one second, Heaven and Nature by Kathy Barrick. And so I pulled this fabric out. I used it, and it's called parchment. But Deb and I, when we were on our little work detail down at Nashville, went into Fiber on a Whim and saw their fibers and got their fabrics as well. And their parchment is very different. This is their parchment. And somehow we ended up getting a yard of this and splitting it. So I have this, but look at the difference. And the reason is we all call things different things. So know the name of the manufacturer as well as the color if you're looking for a linen. And this is a perfect example as to why. Because if you look for parchment, but it's actually Fiber on a Whim's parchment, your color palette is going to be very different than what you would select to do it on Zweigart's
Make
parchment.
it a big surprise.
Yes, a very big surprise. So, the one that this is, I said Zweigart, but let me double check. No, I did not write the actual fabric, but it's 35 count. And again, it's not over dyed either, so very different than Fiber on a Whim.
And that reminds me of parchment, this one.
Yes.
Because it reminds me of parchment paper.
Yes.
Yes.
And I don't know why.
This is beautiful. It just...
And their oatmeal, Fiber on a Whim's oatmeal, to me, looks like parchment.
Okay.
So if I'm remembering it right. So it's very important if you're reading a pattern that you not only note the color, but also where it originates. Because you will get very different results.
So true.
And so that was that piece I worked on. And then...
So this is my crabs that I did. And all I did was just... It's nothing special in the corners. It's just, that's what I did in the corners. Cute. So I don't have it secured yet, but those are my crabs, and I put the little eyes on. I love their little beady eyes. And
now, did you use beads? I used beads.
I used French knots.
Oh, okay.
And then I just did a very simple finish. Like usually I cut a piece of chipboard, the size I wanted it, and did a quick pulled stitch around the edge of my stitching fabric and put in some of the polyfill to make it rounded and puffy, and then laced it on the back, and then I'll be able to secure it in here. And then Liz and I are going to use the lady dot trim, and I also have another idea for another trim to add to it if we want to.
Okay.
But that'll be a cute little pin cushion to have.
Very cool.
So that's, and that was 32 count fabric because I didn't have any. I thought I was going to use 40 count,
She said
and I
she
didn't
was.
have any 40 count small pieces, and I didn't want to cut any of my large ones. So I found this and thought, I like that light colored blue with red, so that would be fine.
Yep, very pretty.
So that's that. But I did get my crabs finished.
Good. All right, so two quick things and then I'm done with my works. I am still working on this and I need to work on this a little more diligently. I think this is going to be my beach project because I really would like to finish this for Kevin and Carrie's house.
Yeah.
So I continued this motif and I'm almost done with that one. Then I'm going to start with this green. I'm going to pick up, there's a deer and a tree that starts right down here. And I'm going to start that part of the motif after I finish that.
Yeah, this is such a fun stitch.
Quaker Autumn Forest by Weinberg. I
And the fabric is?
This is, you ready?
Come on, Liz.
It's not Valor.
No.
No.
Do you know what it is?
Isn't this also antique green? Yeah. You think it is? No?
Really?
Vintage antique green? No?
Maybe.
What do you call it?
I don't know.
She's just giving me a hard time. Okay, so the difference being the depth, but the reason I said not Valor is we ordered a fat quarter of Valor to do them on at one point, and it was dark, super dark green.
Yeah.
Dark green. It was not what we thought it was because I had somehow mixed up my tags. So there's an ongoing story there. And then the last one that I pulled out, and I
loved working on this one.
Oh yeah, I know. It's got a border. Has a border. And if you'd like to see it, there's the border.
Oh, this was so fun to stitch.
And so Deb's done hers, Sandy's done hers. I'm sure if Leela has it, she's done hers. But these are the silks. It's a really pretty silk palette.
Yeah. Not many colors.
Nope. And it's not a big piece. It's just going to be that size.
Very cool. Well, your border looks good.
Yes, so far.
Yeah.
Yep. I actually got brave when I put a couple stitches in there too.
Aww.
I hope they're right. Hope they're in the right spot. But we'll find out when we get to the shore. I'm not gonna leave that sit too long. But okay, so one last thing before we get on to some fun stuff here.
Okey-dokey.
I was working on my knot piece with the colonial and French knots, the Teresa Lyman piece. My bunny run around. That little guy right there. And the rug's not much bigger than what I'm holding right there either when it's not.
That's so true.
It's a miniature. So
yeah.
I was working on that and I needed 472, which I didn't have. So I asked Deb for it. But then I thought maybe I could use my conversions and find an over dyed that would be close enough and I could work that in and I'd be okay. So I pulled out some over dyeds based on my conversions, and that's what I wanted to share with you, a little bit of information on that. Look what got away.
Uh-oh.
So the two colors that came up as an idea for the conversion were avocado and scuppernong. Scuppernong is Weeks. The avocado was Gentle Art Sampler Threads. And you can see those are two different shades of green, but they are both lighter green. The one that I actually liked with the other shades was the scuppernong. The avocado was a bit of a different hue, I thought. So those were the two I was going to use, the one I was going to use. I'll show you the greens. Come out of there. So these are the DMC greens that are in the cabbage. And I liked that one better than I liked that one. Get over here. Where are you? There. For the color I was searching for, but Deb has the 469, so I'm saved by the bell. Yeah, that one, 472. The one I don't have, she has.
You must really want 470.
469 was the one I looked for. Remember, that's the one I looked for and found it in my, where'd it go? Leftover thread pile, which I didn't realize I had. And when I found it, there it is.
Ah.
I was looking for a lighter shade. That's what drove me nuts.
And
Remember?
472 is lighter.
Yes. I went the
Yeah.
wrong way with the family and the shade change.
Yeah.
And I spent an evening looking for it because I was looking for the wrong color. So anyway, where I'm going with that is if you're interested and you have started to use overdyed threads as well as DMC, there are ways to find matches or conversions from one to the other if you need it. One way, which is very simplistic, is if you have a DMC color card that shows you the colors wrapped and you can actually see the threads. You can match your colors very easily, and these are all listed by column and number in the book, so they're easy to reference. You can look them right up, and then you can lay your threads right on your color cards. And these come in different shapes and sizes depending on when you got your color cards.
Yeah. I'm gonna get the newest one.
Yeah.
I have the old. Well, I have your old one.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have all the families.
No, the newer families were not. I forget. There's been 2 families that came out since I got that first card, I think. And I don't even know if this is the actual newest one. I think this is the one that is the latest. This was done in 2013. So there may be a newer one since then.
Okay.
So you can match them, or you can go online and be really geeky like I am and set up a little, I call them conversion pages. There's a site called the Stitcher's Village. If you haven't been to it, it's an awesome place to go. It looks like a little community, and you can click on the buildings, and there's a library and a shop, and so it's kind of a virtual spot to go to. And in it, they have things like this one is the Sulky Petites to DMC conversions, and it's a list of the Sulky number and what they closely resemble in DMC. So that's just one example. I have them for Gentle Arts, Weeks, Classic Colorworks that I've gotten online. And they all reference the DMC and the other company's overdyes. And it can take a little time till you locate the references. But when you do, you want to take a moment and make sure that if you have, for instance, DMC 920, has 1, 2, 3, 5 Weeks colors that it's similar to. There's 4 Gentle Arts and 2 Classic Colorworks. So you're going to want to look if you have more than one option of these and compare them to your original request, because they can vary quite a bit.
Yes.
So that's what I do. And then I just put together this little notebook with page savers. And then I also have where did I put my other references? Here we go. DMC and anchor conversions, Mill Hill bead and DMC color conversions, and then Gentle Arts, Simply Shaker. So all of these are out there, and depending on when you pull them off, they have different formats. Like this was the original version of the Stitcher's Village a long time ago with their logo, but they've changed now through a couple of different transitions. So anyway, I keep this and I go to it and I can find things to substitute, because for me, color isn't the easiest thing to see. She can see it anytime, anywhere, and match them. I can't. So this is my reference.
Yes, great. Awesome.
We used it a lot back in the day, too, when we were first starting to pick up overdyes and we were looking for conversions. I remember we would look the color conversion number changes and things to try to find them. Some pattern designers give you what they stitch the model with, and then they give you DMC alternatives if they use things like silks or overdyes.
Yeah, that's always nice when they do that.
It is.
I think.
And some have stopped that, and I assume it's because if you want to print a one-fold pamphlet and you run out of space, you don't want to add a page to it for one chart. So I get that sometimes they don't include them, but if you need the conversion, you can find it online. Lots of it.
Don't lose that guy.
Oh, yes. It was my barn door from my Krebs's. So we got some stuff.
Yes, we want to show you some things we got in the mail. This is so cool. We love project bags, any project bags, but this huge one from Fat Quarter Shop, I think yours is in the package. Does it say it is?
I've got a wagon to tow this with.
Yes. Beehive is what it's called. But this is huge. You can fit so much into this, and it also has a gusseted bottom. So, oh my gosh,
called
you can
Big
fit
Hexy.
Yeah, Big Hexy.
Not Beehive. Yeah, it's a funny name.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's all right.
Anyway, thank you very much. That's very sweet. You can fit a lot in there. If you are interested in doing a jelly roll quilt, this is It's So Emma. And this is the Foxtrot. Again, It's So Emma.
Sorry for the noise.
Oh, you're fine. Then
Bag.
some cute cross stitch patterns. These are the Autumn Days ornaments. I wonder if any of you do a tree and you display autumn ornaments. Let us know. That would be so cute to see, and like pictures in an email or something would be really, really cute. But this would be really nice on your tree.
There's a lot of tarts on that, aren't there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, and it even says that. 12 cuties. Yeah, that is cute.
These, I think, we like getting these stitch cards, and this is set R. Again, same thing. You could make them into ornaments and put on your fall tree if you do that. I mean, I know a lot of people do dough bowls, but that would be cool.
It would.
Oh, and there's your new chicken. Myrtle.
She didn't show the chicken club yet, so there's Myrtle.
Myrtle's cute.
Fresh out of the egg. Number 8, Myrtle.
And this is one of the Simply signs called Happy Fall.
And then we have another stackable.
Oh yes.
And it goes with the big hexy bag. You can put your
it does.
your bee project into your big hexy bag.
True.
Isn't it funny?
What's that?
Just in the time we've been doing Floss Tube, how many trends have come across our table?
Yeah.
Bees have been there now for years. The skeps and all things bee. I just don't care for them anymore. We have a yellow jacket nest in our kitchen wall, and they come into the kitchen every now and then, like 12 times a day.
The yellow jackets in our area have been awful this year. This year has been really bad. I can't tell you how many nests we have in the yard outside. Matt's already been stung I don't know how many times. And we've never had it this bad.
I got bombed at 3 this morning walking the dog out through the kitchen. It hit me in the head. Didn't sting me, but I'm walking him out. I'm walking Libra to the door, and all of a sudden I feel boom on my hair, and I went boom on it. So I turned the switch on because I don't like turn the light on because that brings him in.
Yeah.
So I turned it on, and sure enough, there he was walking right on the edge of the lamp that he had just landed on after he hit my head. So I returned the favor. I returned the favor, and I hit him on the head.
Yeah.
He's gone now.
Another club that we love is the Stitch Quarterly.
Yes.
And so we received our new Stitch Quarterly. I know, so cute.
It is.
And this one is called Fall Harvest. So, of course, you get the cute bag to keep everything in. And then, go ahead, you can show whatever you pulled out.
All right. These are floss tags that are pumpkins. They're cute.
They are cute.
Very adorable.
Adorable. And this is called Fall Harvest, the actual stitch. And it's very cute.
It is.
With that basket and everything in it.
And if you're a new stitcher and you want to start building some of your, this is a great way every few months to get a small new project like this to build it. And if you don't have stores around, I mean, that's a pretty nice option. And it'd be a surprise when it comes because you don't get to see it beforehand.
Yeah.
But I just think that's a cute little
cute
needle minder as well.
Now, if you noticed in this pattern how it has words above it, that is actually the fabric that they send with it. So all this back here is just your fabric with the fall words on it,
Printed,
which is very cool. Yeah.
And again, all the DMC that comes with it.
Yeah.
Build your stash for your DMC collection.
Yeah. So this is 14 count Ada. by Fabric Flair. So anyway, check out their stitch quarterlies.
Now on this fabric, it would be very obvious to you when you're stitching on it that you're either stitching on the front or the back. But I will say that the one thing about Fabric Flair is they only stamp one side of their fabric. So if you get over-dyed fabric from Fabric Flair, you want to make sure you're on the right side of it for the project you're doing. We did a small in a stitch together that we did at Speckled Hen, and one of the things we did was a little pillow, and some people started it on the solid side and some people started it on the over-dyed side that was stamped. So we had two completely different versions of it. Remember that?
Yes, I do. So there was a stitch that I saw, and we are going to join the little stitch along they have with it, because I sent the picture to Liz right away before I even knew we were going to join the stitch along. I think it is so cute. It's called the Quilted Witch. Again, it's by Fat Quarter Shop, but look at her dress. I think that is adorable.
And this also ties into the season where Deb watches every episode of The Good Witch on Hallmark. So I have a feeling it might tie into that a little bit.
Yes. So we were able to choose our own fabric and threads. And again, we chose very different. So my fabric that I chose is from Fiber on a Whim. It's 40 count. And it's called Eggshell. So this is the color of it. It is a mottled fabric. And then I just chose some colors that I thought looked, you know, not really autumnal, but more like a Halloween stitch or something. And I was able to get some colors. Most of these are Classic Colorworks, and I didn't have these colors in my stash, so anyway, I was very happy with the color of them. Do you want to go through the names, or
it's up to you?
All right, so the first one is Ginger Snap, Auntie D, Desert Mesquite, Argyle Socks. I'm not a purple person, but that's a really cute purple because it's got a little bit of gray in it. Amber Waves, Brown Sugar. So I did not have those.
I'm not sure I have any one of those.
No?
Well, actually, I have Desert Mesquite. That's the one I do
Okay.
have. But that's the only one.
And then Spanish Moss and Lucky.
I think you'll find those in your stash.
These two?
I think I brought those 2 weeks home for us one time.
Ah.
But I could be wrong.
I shall check.
And
but
these,
I thought they looked really pretty. Oh, sorry. I just want to share real quick. Like the colors with the fabric. I thought that was really pretty.
It is. Very pretty. All right, so I picked out Hazelwood by Fiber on a Whim. And what did I get for a count? 32, yeah. And then my colors, I did a little of two things when I did it. One, I looked for colors I didn't have that were possible inclusions into this fall stitch. And then I also thought about the colors I do have and what colors might fill in the blanks. So I have a little bit of this. And Deb did this when I first got here. She said, look at this. And she thought it was really fun when she rolled them up and saw the blue in there. It is really pretty, the combination. So we'll see how this all plays out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going to tone that down a little bit. Depends on where I use it.
But I think it looks so cute with all those colors together, that with that.
Yeah.
Like that blaze. Is that what it's called? Blaze?
But I was thinking I might also put in like, I think the one I have is Pumpkin Pie.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be a pretty orange also.
I don't know though, because see, look at that blaze with this orange next to it. Isn't that cool? Yeah. I think that's really pretty.
That one's called Clockwork, by the way.
I don't go for bright colors, but that together with that blue, it's just really pretty.
Yeah, it is.
Like, look at these three colors right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
So when we get the pattern, you'll have to help me look at that and maybe help me figure where the colors might play well together.
But
because I'm not sure.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like this in her dress with all those different quilt, you know, the quilt blocks are all different colors.
Mm-hmm. You'd use them all?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is so cool. Yeah, I love that. I think that's really pretty.
And then I don't have a black in here, but I probably will pull like a Kohl's or a mascara might be a little dark, but Kohl's is pretty.
Yeah.
I like that one.
That's
I
what I
don't
was
know why
thinking.
in the world the store's name is a color, but
Yeah, I didn't get a black either because I knew we had it.
Yeah.
So, or just regular DMC black.
Yep.
But she's cute.
so that's what this is about, and it will
Very
be fun.
cute.
Very
So
fun.
if you'd like to join that stitch along, I think it starts October 1st. You can go on their website and get supplies and order the pattern and all that. She's a cute one.
And watch for us
Yes.
to get it going. And we did have an alarm go off a while ago.
Yes, we did. We didn't forget.
And if you're new to our channel, that's our subscriber tribute.
Yes.
Deb and I have been doing that for years now, and we just want to thank you for joining us and send
Yes.
a little needlework your way.
So we'd like to say a special thank you to 2 subscribers today. Liz is going to show you the patterns, and this group of patterns is going to go to Connie Enevold, Enevold. And Connie has been a subscriber for a year.
And these are a variety. The first one was Little House Needleworks, ABC Stitchers. And then we have Lila Studio.
That one's pretty.
This one is Ellen Bulliphant, 1881. Reproduction sampler, I would assume. And the last one is Thankful Sampler by Lizzie Kate. Oh, that's cute. There's 2 patterns in that one. So all 3 of these are really cute fall
Yeah, they
patterns.
are really cute. So Connie, my information, my email address is in the information box below our video. If you can get a hold of me, I'll get those out to you. And then our second subscriber we'd like to say a special thank you to today is Susan Booth. And she's been a subscriber for 2 years.
And we have a Little House Needleworks pattern called Home of a Needleworker, of which I think there's a couple versions of this that have needleworker on it. This is one of them. And then there's the one that has the bird with the long...
I have that, yeah.
Yep,
on
there's
my
that
door.
one too that says needleworker. There's a couple of hers out. And then this one is Collector's Heart by Heart and Hand, City of Turner. And then last in this little bundle is Welcome Friends by Midnight Stitching. And I've always liked that Quaker pattern.
Yes. And again, those 3 patterns are going to Susan Booth. So thank you very much. Thank you to all of our subscribers. And thank you to those of you that send us things that we can then pass on to our subscribers.
Yes.
That's very sweet.
Oh, and since you mentioned that, just
Yes.
a quickie. I no longer work at Stitches Unlimited. I haven't worked there for, gosh, about a year now. Might be a little longer than that. But
I'll take this.
if you're watching our earlier videos, you'll see that people often stop in or they send things there. Contact us if you have something that you want us to pass along, because I don't get over to Stitches Unlimited. Haven't been in a while just because of where it's located and where I am and my activities with the kids. So if you could do that, that would be appreciated. I did hear that there was something over there that somebody dropped off for us or got mailed there. So I just wanted to let people know that I'm not over there regularly anymore.
Yeah, and you can always get a hold of us. We have our email addresses in the description box, so we are easy to get a hold of. We want to send along a bundle to someone watching today. This is a Little House Needleworks bundle. Lots of different fun patterns in there. So if you're interested, Liz is just going to do a quick show through of what's there. But if you're interested, how about leaving the word bundle
One of my favorites.
in the comment section, and then we will choose a winner on our next video. And yes, this is for overseas as well. So everyone join in if you see patterns here that you would like to have. I like that one. Cute. Cute. These will keep you busy for a while.
Yes, and then this one is a seasonal one.
Yeah.
Pumpkin Hollow.
Very cool. All right. So again, if you're interested in this bundle, use the word bundle in your comment section.
Yes, ma'am.
In our comment section.
Now, just
Thank
remind
you.
me, ma'am,
Yes. There it is.
other
Excuse me.
than bundle,
Mhm.
that's the only thing that I have to include in my description box so far, right?
I think so.
All right, so we have that going out.
I think so.
Our contact information is there. And we do put links for fat quarters, people who have shared things with us, anything you need to look up. Check the description box for that too.
Yes. Yes. Gadget Corner?
Yes, we have Gadget Corner today. I've been looking forward to this. This is so much fun. So I'm going to try to do this so you can see it. With our setup, it's a little different. But today we are looking at a gadget that can go in your travel kit for going on retreats or classes. Deb and I have one that we did an actual video of all the contents of our retreat totes. And I was actually thinking yesterday, will I take my little basket with what I want in it, or will I take my retreat? I think I might take my basket this time with just the stuff I need regularly. I might not take the whole thing. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But this is by Dritz. It is a rotary cutter of the travel nature. And it is so cute. I did have to look at the back to open it up because there's a button that you can push and nothing happens. Then there's a little place that looks like maybe sounds coming out. You see the little waves there, but I know it's for like grabbing. So I figured I got to hold it there, but then and so it wouldn't happen. Anyway, it happens this way. You just slide that out and it locks. And then you put your finger here when you're cutting. So we also have this in our travel kits. This is by Fig Tree Company, or Fig Tree and Company. And this is one of those healing mats that you can cut on. I was absolutely over the moon about how this works. So could you just grab one? Oh, you got them? All right. You get the fabric.
What would you like me to do? I'm sorry.
As long as I have something to push against, that's
go.
all. There we go. So I'm just going to go straight down the middle, and you can see how this works, but I get up here.
Ouch. Just kidding.
Check that out.
Nice.
Is that not sweet? I mean, that is a nice rotary cutter. And I would bet this cuts every bit as well as my long-handled rotary cutter. It's very, very... Well,
it's great for little projects to take along. That's perfect.
And you saw that. It just went right through.
Very cool.
Right through.
And then that little button is to close it, I imagine.
Yes. It's a lock.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't know it. Okay, gotcha.
Well, I figured it out.
Oh, God.
After I finally got it open. No, I was trying to figure out how to release that. Initially, I was thinking, I don't want to break it. And then I finally looked on the back and thought, oh, yeah, okay.
Very cute.
Anyway, and it's blue.
And it's adorable.
And it's blue.
It's so cute.
Did I mention it's blue? So anyway, the price I paid for this at Hobby Lobby was $9.49, and I know that the prices vary depending on where you source it. So I will put a couple different links in there for you. You can check them out, and maybe that'll join your travel kit.
Yeah.
And all you people who already have it, you're just a little faster than I am, that's all. So that was fun.
Very cute.
I did get another gadget, and I will share it eventually, but it didn't turn out to be what I thought it was. So I can't use it on a regular basis, but it is specifically for something I do have. But so that's another day.
All right.
Thank you very much for joining us today.
Yes.
And thank you to everybody who takes the time to create videos, create designs, manufacture needlework supplies, all of you who continue to help make this craft that much more fun every day. And we thank you for that. As always,
Show your needlework. See ya.
Bye-bye.